Hello everyone, my name is Mehdi. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you to the kickoff meeting of the Soil Intelligence Working Group. I would like also to appreciate your support for this initiative and also taking the time to join us tonight or today. Just briefly to outline the meeting agenda, after me, Dr. Attila Nemes, one of the chairs or co-chairs of the ISMC, will give you some intro about the whole modeling consortium. Then Sarem will give you a short introduction regarding the Soil Intelligence Working Group. And then we are pleased to have an invited talk by Dr. Budiman Nasni. And at the end, we will be happy to take any question or comment or discussion you might have. And please use the chat box for providing your comments, questions, and discussions. With that, I would like to hand over to the Attila for a short introduction about the SMIC. Attila, please, floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mehdi, for the quick introduction. Welcome everybody to this event, the kickoff of one of the new working groups of the International Soil Modeling Consortium. So I will just jump in with about 5 slides to share about the general organization and about this consortium. So let me greet my fellow co-chair, Ijan Zek, who is in the audience, as well as our Grant Coordinator Lutz Weihmüller from Forschungszentrum Jülich in Germany. Next slide, please. Yeah, so quick introduction to us, to the organization. So ISMC, or the International Soil Modeling Consortium, is a non-profit legal entity that has officially been established in 2016. As a result of a bottom-up community effort. And the aim of the consortium is really to integrate and advance soil systems modeling and relatable data collection through 3 basic directions. One is to give platform to leading experts in modeling soil processes relevant within all major soil disciplines. Then by identifying and addressing knowledge gaps in accounting for key processes and impact on being able to model different functions and ecosystem services of soil, and by promoting connection and integration with the neighboring disciplines. By this day, we enjoy partnership with a good number of international partners, such as, for example, the International Union of Soil Sciences, JRC, European Soil Data Center, JRC ESDAP, GWEX, the Global Energy and Water Exchanges Program, the World Climate Research Program, or the Agricultural Model Intercomparison Project, AGMI. If you would review the organizational structure of ISMC, you would find, and that's online, I'm not showing that, you will find that from its initiation, there's been 3 scientific panels, and I invite you to look those up if you're interested. But here I would just like to highlight that the real engine, functionally, behind the organization is the working groups. So here you see them just under an umbrella, and I would like to ask you maybe to forward. Next slide will show the existing working groups. Thank you. So you see, I'm not going to read them up. You can see, if you read through, you can see what working groups we have. The ones that are bold-faced are kind of the more active working groups who have relatively regular meetings and then certain products already developed, presented, papers written, and so on. And near the bottom, we see that machine learning for soil modeling has been kind of tailed out. So the new Soil Intelligence Working Group that is being inaugurated today is sort of taking that under its umbrella. So it's sort of an upgrade, an expansion of that origin. Next slide, please, maybe. So one of the umbrella products that you would see on our portal is a collection of models and a collection of data sets that you can look up, and you can searchable database So two of the three science panels, one is focusing on models and focusing on data. So this is more or less driven by the science panel. Next slide, please. Thank you. So in terms of communication, ISMC has a monthly newsletter. Lutz is really driving that. And some features of the newsletter are that we have announcements that are, example, that are internal announcements or relatable to events, products that ISMC produces. Click, please. Okay, there it comes. So we are trying to highlight some papers that we are recommending for your attention. So we are featuring a paper typically. Next, please. We are also featuring a soil relatable modeler. So we are welcoming suggestions for modelers to be featured. Every month we are trying to show someone's little interview there. And then there are, for example, job announcements, such other announcements. We are inviting you to sign up with the organization and this newsletter. And we are also inviting you to forward the newsletter and promote its announcements as well as the organization. And then the last slide I have, I believe, that is how to be in contact and with us and how to become a member. So you can find us on LinkedIn. Eugene is updating LinkedIn the best he can, and you can look at our membership site. We are asking for donations, but you can also basically become a member without very hard on payments. The benefit is that you can be in contact with this worldwide community that is still growing. We are trying to move around in so far with the conferences that we are organizing. There is a conference that is going to come up in this year, later on this year in September, and so you can hear everything about the organization when you join, and you can be in touch with the subgroups, different working groups, and by community. So I encourage you to join if you are not a member yet. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarem. I'm from Aarhus University, Denmark. And together with Mehdi, we are organizing this SoilIntelligence working group. I will give an overview of the group members, the statistics about the group, and also the objectives and planned activities. And then we'll have the talk by Professor Minasny. Next slide, please, Mehdi. Yeah, so we were delighted to have more than 160 members in this working group, which was surprising and quite exciting for us. And if you look at the distribution globally, we have participants from United States, from Denmark, India, many European countries, China, and yeah, as I said, very globally distributed. Next slide, please, Mehdi. Yeah, in terms of position or academic role, we have a good group of PhD students in this group and postdocs, but also we have assistant, associate, and professors, researchers, scientists. So our group is a good combination of early career scientists and perhaps more experienced scientists. Next slide, please. Yeah. So in terms of areas of expertise and research interests, we can see that a large group of our participants are interested in digital soil mapping, followed by remote sensing, soil carbon and nutrient modeling, geostatistics, decision support, and eventually soil physics and soil hydrology. Next slide, please, Mehdi. Yeah, given the high number of members and also the wide range of research interests, we were thinking about maybe for future, we can make subgroups out of this working group. So for example, these subgroups are tentative and subject to change based on the feedback, but We were thinking about having a group dedicated to digital soil mapping and use of AI in that area. Or, for example, we can have a group on remote sensing and soil spectroscopy, soil carbon, nutrient dynamic, nutrient cycling, and biogeochemical modeling can be another group. Decision support systems for soil and land management. And also we can have a group dedicated to use of AI in soil physics, hydrology, and water dynamics. And as I said, this is tentative. We will later discuss these aspects a bit more in future. Next slide, please, Mehdi. Yeah, when we established this group as part of ISMC, we had some important goals. The most important thing for us is that we can make a platform where we integrate soil science knowledge, artificial intelligence, mechanistic modeling, and data assimilation for soil modeling so that we can leverage and benefit from all of these together for enhancing soil modeling. We're also interested to enhance the connection between soil data, models, and digital platforms. We also support the development of open and reproducible soil intelligence systems. Another very important aspect of this community is that we can learn and train together. So we can share the knowledge and learn about new technologies and methodologies. And also eventually we are very interested to facilitate the collaboration between scientists, model developers, and decision makers so that we facilitate these interactions that eventually, hopefully, will advance our domain of soil science and will lead to more practical outcomes. Yeah. So like any other ISMC group, as Attila explained, we will have also some activities. So these include regular meetings that we will have every 2 or 3 months. In these meetings, we will have an invited speaker that will explain about a specific topic in soil science, a trending aspect of AI in soil science. But we also would like to have presentations from our members. For example, if you publish a paper on the novel use of AI in your research, then you can announce it and tell us, and then you can present it in these meetings. Also, we are interested to have workshops and training activities, as I mentioned, to share knowledge and learn all together. We will probably start with online workshops with hands-on tutorials and trainings and different subjects. And if successful, we can have physical workshops, in-person workshops, independently, or it could be as part of a conference or an event. And also, given the very good experience in other ISMC working groups, we would like to have, or we can plan for community-driven publication, meaning that we can all together start working on a manuscript or a paper or a chapter book as we move on. But eventually, what is very important for us is that we design our activities based on the interests and feedbacks from our members, so that it's not solid, it's very flexible. So that was an overview of our group activities, and after that I would like to introduce the speaker for tonight, Professor Budiman Minasni from the University of Sydney. Professor Minasni is a very well-known researcher in the field of, and world leader actually, in the field of digital soil mapping, soil spectroscopy, soil carbon modeling, and soil physics. He's a fellow of the Australian Academy of Science, editor-in-chief of Geoderma, and in 2022 he was given the Richard Webster Medal, the prestigious Richard Webster Medal. He was former chair of International Union of Soil Science Pedometrics Commission. The publication record of Professor Minasni is very impressive. I couldn't count the number of papers, but he has an H-index of 105 with more than 50,000 citations, which reflects his significant contribution to soil science. Next slide, please. Yeah, Professor Minasni has been using machine learning in soil science perhaps before the time that the term machine learning was invented, in 1999, he was using neural networks to develop pedo transfer functions for soil research. And this continued up to today, that he extensively uses machine learning and artificial intelligence in soil science. Next slide. Yeah, but one very good example is that these activities has never been limited to just use of AI. If nowadays hybrid modeling is a very hot topic in soil science and in any different fields, but if we trace it back, one of the earliest examples of hybrid modeling was from soil science and was from Professor Budiman Minasny, where he developed a hybrid model where he connected neural networks with physics-based models. And interestingly, it was during the time that yet we didn't have these modern deep learning frameworks, and even automatic differentiation was not yet invented.